It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. It's Spurs basketball to get this one going. Underway in Texas. DeJounte Murray to Aldridge. Nothing going here on that drive. Trying to cash in. The rebound belongs to Oklahoma City. Paul George. Down low for Aldridge. Russell Westbrook powers it through.
Oh, that's a great way to make an opening statement. It's about the team that's able to punch the other team in the mouth first. That's exactly what you want to do if you're the road team.
DeRozan picked up by Adams. And the rebound taken by Grant. George to Adams. Knocked loose. Spurs have it. Rudy Gay to DeRozan. Great feed. And that one out of bounds off his spur. The Thunder have the possession. George against Rudy Gay. Nothing going here on that drive. To Adams. Westbrook's shot won't go on the drive. To Rudy Gay. Steven Adams swats it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Short jumper won't fall. Strong finish for Paul George.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Aldridge. Rudy Gay. George lets it fly. Paul George, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
DeRozan with the basketball. Steven Adams rejects it. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Substitution being made in this one. Aldridge to Patty Mills. To Aldridge. And the rebound pulled in by Grant. Paul George to Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Westbrook. Off the assist.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Mills in possession. 8-0 is the score. The drive. Right.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. To George. Ferguson. Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. 2 for 3 now here in the first. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Patty Mills to Cunningham. Finish that.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
George.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul George to Westbrook. No good. To DeRozan. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
DeMar DeRozan, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Westbrook with the basketball. It's an 8-point lead. To Adams. Missed a wide open look. Mills in possession. Looking to make something happen. Shot from the lane won't go. Kicks it around the perimeter. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Nothing going here on that drive. "17-footer at the buzzer." First quarter is complete. Thunder with the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Tonight, everyone gets free pizza.
George to the basket, but it won't go. Oh, bad pass taken away by the Spurs. DeRozan. Oh, he had it. George matched up with DeRozan. Looking to take this all the way. George to the outside. Count the basket. They gave him a look, and why not?
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
That's off the side of the rim, no good. Paul George. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs. Ah, can't miss those. OKC ball. Schroeder. Screen coming. Nader guarded by Bellinelli. LaMarcus Aldridge sends it away. And that one out of bounds off a spur. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. George smothering D. That's going to be out of bounds. Westbrook with it. Lead stands at 10. To Paul George. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Paul George at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. Nope. First one does not go. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Right now, San Antonio's possession to Cunningham. DeRozan. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Russell Westbrook, guarded by Jakob Poeltl. From the outside, no good.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
To George. Adams gets it in the right corner. George. That's off the side of the rim, short. DeRozan with it. Down 11. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and DeMar DeRozan, no one in his postal code, hits it for three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Westbrook. Spurs in possession. And scores at the basket. Jay, tough recovery that time.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Westbrook into the front court. Up 6. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook. 4-3. It's corralled by San Antonio. Mills in possession. He'll run the offense. Oh, I missed a short one there. Ferguson tosses, flushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
DeRozan picked up by Adams. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
Westbrook. To Adams. No good. Oh, bad pass. Taken away by the Spurs. To Aldridge. Picked up by the Thunder. Westbrook to Paul George. Has a chance. Paul George. He's 3 for 7.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
And they called the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Russell Westbrook. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 81% free throw shooter. First try, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first. That's it for the first half. The Thunder with the lead. set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. To George. Driving right to the basket. Westbrook to the basket, but his shot won't fall. DeRozan with the basketball. His guy's down by 9. Throws it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
A drive, but he can't get it to go. Rudy Gay to Murray. Down low, Aldridge. Throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Ferguson to Paul George. Down to 5 on the 24 to George. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guarantee it.
DeRozan with it. The margin standing now at 7. Rudy Gay to DeRozan. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. To Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook matched up with DeRozan. From long range, Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. To DeRozan. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Almost unlucky bounce. To Murray. DeRozan buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense, but the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Westbrook to Paul George. Paul George. With that, he's 5 for 9.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point basketball game.
An effort only fully releases its reward after a person refuses to quit. What I like about this team is that they continue to execute. As a coach, I would hear it every single day. Execute, execute, execute. But if you can play with energy and execute, that's the formula for success.
Subbing in for the San Antonio Spurs.
George to Adams. DeRozan to Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's now 4 for 6.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To DeRozan. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
The assist from number 1.
Paul George to Adams. Schroeder matched up with DeJounte Murray. Ferguson. Now pass stolen by the Spurs. To Murray. Almost, and he's not getting the call. Ferguson slams it down. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first three have lived up to the billing.
DeRozan, guarded by Terrence Ferguson. To Murray. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock winding down to Gasol. Not that time. Another follow, stays out. LaMarcus Aldridge. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Here comes the screen. George matched up with Aldridge. Third quarter comes to an end. The Spurs have the lead. It's the Spurs with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. Partner, you and I were just shaking our heads during this quarter break. We can't believe how good a game this has been.
And we've seen this so many times with the teams that are the most talented on paper. This shouldn't even be a game. But sometimes an underdog, they rise to the challenge. And they've really hung in there all the way in these three quarters.
Schroeder with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. Jakob Poeltl with the block. Out of bounds. Last touch by Jakob Poeltl. George to Schroeder. 5 on the shot clock. Schroeder. That's a 24-second violation. Patty Mills to Cunningham. DeRozan. Strong finish for Paul George.
An easy 2, get back on defense.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Spurs have it. DeRozan had made his first couple, but he misses there. Ferguson to George. Slam dunk.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Murray into the front court. All even here in the fourth. To Aldridge. Had a good look there, but it's no good. To Paul George. DeJounte Murray pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Gasol. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Drove the lane and finished strong at the hoop on that one. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Westbrook into the front court. Our score all even here in the fourth quarter. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook. count the basket inside. The Thunder will use a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with one remaining the rest of the way.
I know the fans didn't get a chance to hear this during the break, but the coaches are wearing a mic for the broadcast. I heard a lot of arguing inside the huddle. It lets you know that the intensity level is pretty high going into the fourth.
George, guarded by Rudy Gay. And the finish, slam dunk.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
San Antonio ball. DeRozan, guarded by Terrence Ferguson. Oh, they call him for the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Rudy Gay to Aldridge. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
To Adams. With a drop step. Big man, Steven Adams. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
I'm pretty sure I saw that move earlier in the game. I can't believe he fell for it again.
DeMar DeRozan with the basketball. And too much contact.
A simple touch foul.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Paul George to Adams. Steven Adams with the slam.
This is not the time to have a mental lapse.
DeRozan with the basketball. All tied up, just underway in this fourth quarter. Works it to Rudy Gay. George. Ferguson matched up with DeRozan. Westbrook to Adams. Short jumper misses. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. The quarters come to an end. This game is all tied up. All right, here we go. Overtime underway. DeJounte Murray to Aldridge. DeJounte Murray to Rudy Gay. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Oklahoma City ball. Russell Westbrook against Murray. Surveys the floor. Oh, Russell Westbrook Now 4 for 9.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
DeJounte Murray to Aldridge. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good. A three-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Westbrook across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. To George. Adams to Westbrook. The drive right to the basket. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
DeRozan here against Ferguson. To Gasol. Fires the 3. That no good. Off the mark. Goes to the right side. It's George for 2. Jumper's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To DeRozan. Down low, Aldridge. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Pau Gasol tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Ferguson. Westbrook. Not that time. He misses. DeRozan with it. Leads just a point. To Aldridge. DeRozan. Missed it. George picked up by DeRozan. Nothing going here on that drive. Ferguson. To Paul George. Oh, he had him there for a second. Short jumper stays out. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
It's DeRozan. To Aldridge. Rudy Gay. Oh, had him going there for a second. Rudy Gay to Aldridge. And that one out of bounds off a spur. Paul George to Adams. Nothing going here on that drive. Big man, Steven Adams. With that, he's 5 for 9.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Murray into the front court. Down 3. And he draws the contact. LaMarcus Aldridge will go to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second as well. Ferguson up against DeRozan. Whoa, what a finish.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
DeRozan. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
It's Russ at the controls. Nothing going here on that drive. Russell Westbrook, guarded by Murray. To George. It's no good. Great defense. Spurs will take the timeout. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three.
Have you seen the latest items in our silent auction? Have a look for yourself at the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. A three for double OT. Good victory here for the Thunder. They had to go to overtime, but they come out with the 3-point victory. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA.